Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind takes place in a post-apocalypse. A millennia after what's referred to as the 7 Days of Fire, mankind has regressed to patches of agrarian city-states, fighting among each other as humanity slowly dies out from the poison it put into the earth. Toxic jungles have grown, overtaking what meager outposts civilization has left. The jungles are defended by giant insects called Ohm, who swarm and destroy anything that threatens them. The insects and jungle appear at first to be physical manifestations of the Earth's rage at humanity, but we later find out that the poison that is killing people is actually everywhere. It's in the soil they farm, the water they drink, and the air they breathe. The jungle is actually soaking up all of that poison and filtering it into a livable atmosphere. But that revelation brings no joy to the character Asbel, who laments,
"If that's true, then mankind is destined to go extinct. It'll take centuries for these trees to cleanse the earth."
The hope of this world lies with Nausicaa, a princess of a small community invaded by a much larger empire, who are trying to use the same technology that caused the apocalypse to destroy the Ohm and toxic jungle forever. This invading empire, the Tomicians, are led by Princess Kushana, who is in every way the opposite of Nausicaa. While Nausicaa is beloved by her people for being a brave pilot and fighter, but also kind and selfless, Kushana is a hard woman, fiercely intelligent and ruthless. In the course of the movie, Kushana reveals her body has been mutilated by the Ohm, and she has vowed to destroy them with a god warrior, a clear stand-in for nuclear weapons that highlights their perversion of nature in the pursuit of destructive capability. Nausicaa, meanwhile, has spent her life trying to understand the jungle, and has a respect for all life, her people, the invading armies, and even the Ohm, who she recognizes are only acting out of fear and anger. When Kushana and Nausicaa are trapped in the toxic jungle, Kushana is paralyzed with fear. Her primary instinct is to fight, but Nausicaa rightly stops her, telling her it will only rouse the anger of every creature in the jungle that they can't defend against. This is not a movie that frames any side as evil or weak for reacting like the Ohm with violence because they are afraid. It's just a natural part of life, just as much as the toxic jungle or the clean water below it. Even Nausicaa impulsively kills Tomician soldiers who have murdered her father, even though it puts her whole community at risk of reprisal. Nausicaa, though, has the most important kind of courage, the courage of patience. At the beginning, she befriends a wild fox squirrel whose first instinct is to bite, but Nausicaa doesn't flinch even as it draws blood until it calms down and becomes her constant companion. She is willing and able to fight, but she constantly looks for peaceful solutions. Princess Kushana reacts to fear by trying to destroy the thing she is afraid of. She uses the god warrior to create a mushroom cloud over the Ohm, which of course only results in them stampeding toward the valley faster. Nausicaa may be willing to threaten soldiers with their own gun to save a baby Ohm, but she puts herself in the most danger. From putting herself between a baby Ohm and an acid lake, to standing in front of a rampaging Ohm swarm with their baby. Princess Kushana talks with the villagers at one point, unable to comprehend how they are willing to live with something that's killing them. The villagers explain they use fire to survive, but know it cannot make life.
Too much fire gives birth to nothing. Fire can reduce a forest to ashes in a day, while it takes the water and the wind 100 years to grow one anew.
In Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, as in our own world, violence is inevitable, but life can only grow with patience and love. The ways of the water and the wind are a lesson we will need if we want to survive the damage done to our Earth. Hi, this is Cruz Flores from Equality Interruption. Thank you for watching our video on Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. It's one of my favorite movies, and I was glad to be able to get in depth with it. If you want more movie discussion like that, just go down at the link, and we'll have a link to our podcast that you can find on iTunes or Libsyn, and you'll hear me and James Kislingberry talk about good movies, bad movies, cult, classics, crap, all the favorites.